Well, hello there. You may be wondering, why am I looking so attractive in my Asian squad? But another more realistic and, let's be honest, less delusional question would be, what the hell am I doing? Well, I'm glad you asked. Even if you didn't ask, I'll pretend you did. The thing is, you may know, about once every month, the moon goes, full, like that. It's a full moon, hence the name. But very rarely would you be able to see the full moon plus Mars. That's right, Mars. So that's what I'm hoping to capture here on video. And because God likes to, say it with me kids, work in mysterious ways, just as I had set up these cameras, the cloud becomes sentient and decides to block my view. That happens every time I get the camera out. God knows and decides to throw nature to block my vision. So that's wonderful. Now, were I to go to an actual frame rate, which is 50, it would look like this. Oh, bloody mother effer, it's raining. Oh, I missed my chance. Maybe another day. Your shutter speed can be less than the frame rate. Right now, the motion blur is crazy. Holy crap, it's really coming down. So yes, here's my trusty main machine here, as usual, the Panasonic G7, with the Metabones smart adapter and a really sort of old lens that I got back with my original Canon 600D. Well, it's not really mine, it was like the family camera, our first DSLR. This lens here is a 55 to 250 IS, filter thread of 58 millimeters. So the G7, which we know has a micro four thirds sensor, and the smart adapter, which means lenses will have even more of a crop, 2 times crop rather than having a speed booster on it, is so that I can get as much crop in as possible. And so that way I could get the closest I could to the moon. Well, still here, waiting for the moon. This was a great plan. Yeah, so last night was unfortunate, but now we do away with the clouds and the moon is still as full as ever. And looking a bit yellow at that. So right now I am at, let's see, 55 millimeters at f10 at ISO 200 because that's the lowest it can go. In place of clouds, it's pretty windy right now because there's a cold front coming. Recently, Sydney's been pretty warm, but it's starting to get cold again. Even though it's it's been warm. It's getting into the 20s, even though it's supposed to be winter. And also another thing that's missing is Mars. I mean, I suspect that up there is Mars. I suspect that that's Mars. I'm gonna turn the shutter speed all the way up to just 1/2, so half. Wow. Yeah, so I suspect that over there now is Mars. I turn the shutter speed down to normal again. You can see all the fine details of the moon, the bunny on the moon that is. Just zoom into 250. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. But yeah, there it is. Holy. Once again, the whole smart adapter things and the micro four thirds sensor is just to get the most desirable cropped in look. Oh, I can movements. I can actually perceive movements in real time. Wow. To see the moon's movement in real time before my eyes. I mean, that being so far away, can't really see it moving in real time because there's really no other points of reference. You'd have to wait 10 minutes and be like, oh yeah, I guess it moved a little bit that way. But here on camera right now, I can see it just moving inches by inches. That is amazing. Yeah, I'm so zoomed in. Any little bumps on the camera is going to result in massive shakes. Oh, look at that. That's moved away from its original position so much. That's sick. Right, let me see if I can't just make the... Okay, so it's at f20, far out, f29. It's a very dark image, but just to get all the details on the moon. This is darker than just my human eye. I believe I can see some sort of crater, I don't know. Gosh, it's crazy. I'm looking at the screen, I can actually see it sort of moving. It's sort of like looking at a sunset. You can actually see the sun going down like in real time. So in this whole time, it's sort of moved diagonally up to the left. This is cool. Sick. Oh, it's windy. Thank goodness for these Uniqlo wind deflecting jacket. It actually works as advertised, though I suspect these won't really help when I'm in Antarctica. If I point my phone at it, yeah, just point at the screen of my G7, the movement is actually perceptible in real time. That's the sort of just magic of it, I guess. Just watch for the right bit of the moon. You can see, it's just like looking on a sunset. Look at that. In fact, the whole moon is about to leave the framing. Again, I've not moved the camera at all. And it's over the left third line. Wow. I won't say that this is the most fantastical thing that I've seen in my life, but hey, it's the little stuff, isn't it? Oh, look at that. Just looking at the sunset. But here it's at the top instead of the bottom. Oh boy. Look at this. It's just about to leave the frame. So close. Like, gosh, I can actually see it move. I still can't get over that. And really, then boom, absolutely gone. Gosh, that's so cool. Now, staring into the back yonder once more. If I just do a quick adjustment. There we go. It's amazing, isn't it? That man landed on that little ball of rock about, gosh, nearly 60 years ago. Jesus. Actually, let me think back on that. Yeah, 59 years ago. Next year will be 60.
So what can we take away from that little exercise that we just did? Well, I can think of a couple of things. One, the moon, despite its relatively small size and incredibly large distance away from us, long distance, sorry, it moves fast, very, very, very fast. So quick that you could catch it on camera in real time. And the moon is something that we sort of take for granted now because the space race was sort of took place like pretty much 60 years ago, and no one's been back there since. And back then they had less technology in the entire world or something than this. And the second takeaway from this video is that crop factors, you can actually use them to your advantage, especially when you're shooting sports photography or wildlife photography, or in this case, moon photography, where you have to zoom in very, very far away. Now, I know there are super zoom lenses that has focal lengths that go into the thousands, something ridiculous like that, so you can actually see the individual craters of the moon, something ridiculous like that. But with a micro four thirds body and a micro four thirds sensor, that 2x crop factor meant that with my 55 to 250 focal range, I was effectively getting, let me do the math, 110 to 500 millimeters equivalent focal, field of view. And this is just a cheap silver ring Canon lens, that is. But me putting it onto a micro four thirds body with an adapter and zooming into 250, I'd be getting the same zoom range as if I was shooting on a full frame camera with a lens that was 500mm, which would cost way more because full frame glass, and also it's Canon, so it's gonna be expensive. And honestly, this archaic focusing system, the one that makes a really harsh noise, I probably shouldn't do that too much, and also the lens element rotates along with it. Yeah, I can do fine with it. I mean, I still got results, didn't I? Anyways, that was a fun little activity. Thanks for watching, everybody, and keep on procrastinating. Time to get back to uni work. Oh, bugger, it's already 1 o'clock. Another all-nighter then. See ya.